You're joining us at the Hall Bends for the Thundersport GB Championship 2016.
We're here at Cadwell Park, formerly nicknamed the Mini Nuremberg Ring.
This is round 4.
We have the AVON tyres, Supertwins and Stocktwins down on the grid. Two twins there, Sara and Kirsty, just wrapped up nice and warm. Bit of a misty start to the day, but we're expecting it to get a bit brighter as the day goes on. Just saw there John Simpson, Northern Irish rider, out there on the number 71 Trickbit Suzuki, and there is your championship leader, Johnny Towers, number 17 on the Team Edge RST Kawasaki 650. Number of other riders to look out for, of course. We have the Stocktwins out there. Aaron Bradley leads the championship in that class. 111 is his number, and Greg Mediro also. Jono Perry, you can just see there on the second row, number 24. He's had a couple of good races so far this year as they steam up towards turn 1. Coppice here at Cadwell, and they all make it round safely, which is always good to see. Into then Charlie's in, Charlie's out now into Park Corner. Out front there is number 69, that's Keelan Irwin on the Scott Motorcycles Aprilia 550. Coming into this round here in Lincolnshire, Keelan Irwin third in the championship behind Dan Taylor, who had a very profitable time out at Snetterton. And there's a change there as they come into the gooseneck. Changes all round as Greg Badiro, number 60, goes underneath Aaron Bradley, and that is for championship position as well. You can just see there, number 222, that is Pete Bardell, who's out there having a play. But it's Johnny Towers that leads this one, number 17, leader of the championship ahead of John Simpson. Number 49 then is Paul McClung on that Kawasaki. Paul's entered a few Thundersport rounds over the last few years and has always been very competitive whenever he's joined us, and he's looking a threat there in third position now. So Keelan Irwin has gone from first down to fourth as they go through Hall Bends into the hairpin, then exiting here. Real troublesome corner it can be at times, and then into Barn. Just got to be careful of the grass on the exit there before then going downhill into Barn and across the start-finish straight. There we go, there, Towers, Simpson, McClung. Then a bit of a gap back to both Keelan Irwin there at 26, Dan Taylor. 43 going across the line is Alex Platt. And there you see 133, Ben Tolliday having a good race there with Gary Rodwell. Uphill left-hander turn 1 here at Cadwell Park. 2 times we'll be visiting Cadwell in the 2016 championship. Here today, of course, as we see there, John Simpson's fallen back to third, McClung up to second, and it will be the season finale as well. Move there from number 3, that was Ryan Redmond, who had gone past 222 Pete Bardell, but Bardell has gone back on him again. Bardell out there on a Suzuki 650, not seen him out on one of those for some time. Of course, a rider that is well up in the championship in the Thundersport 500s. There's a change here though. Good move there from Paul McClung. The door was left slightly open, wasn't it, from Johnny Towers, the championship leader. Will be interesting to see what Johnny Towers does here about Paul McClung, because of course McClung does not feature in his championship. McClung so far, of course, leading this race, but not raced with us in 2016. John Simpson just behind him, however, has, and this is a great move. Simpson up the inside there, down into the hairpin, and you have to be so committed to get that right. So Johnny Towers for now just falls back into third place as they go across the line to tick off another lap. There's Simpson in second, Towers third, Keelan Irwin fourth, then it's Perry, who's now got himself up into 5th place. There he is, number 24, Jonathan Perry on the JPR Kawasaki. But out front, it is Paul McClung that has the advantage from John Simpson. Since he's got past Towers, he's just opened up a couple of bike lengths. And there you see, John O'Perry has now got past Keelan Irwin. Dan Taylor there, number 26. Of course, the double champion of the Stocktwins and Mini Twins, as it was a few years back on the direct commercials Suzuki. So, Paul McClung, since getting out front, he built a little bit of a lead, but Northern Irishman John Simpson now getting on terms with him. Simpson, a big fan of this Cadwell Park layout, of course. After he was with Thundersport for his original stint around 09-10, he moved into the British Championship, and he was a Superstock 600 race winner here at this very circuit. So he comes here certainly knowing where he's going, and he's closing in here on Paul McClung. Johnny Towers looks like he's waved the white flag and going to let those two go. There's Greg Madero, who at the moment leads the Stocktwins. Or well, he did. He's not, because Aaron Bradley, the championship leader, is up ahead of him, sorry. Number 111. Further back there is Pete Bardell and then Ryan Redmond. Oh, Bardell's gone down into barn. So easy to do. It's an off-camber right-hander. And luckily, he's up and he's okay as the marshals attend to him. But Bardell, unfortunately here, first time for him on TV day in this class. And he's gone out at the top of the hill there. Bardell out of the race then and out of the picture for big points. McClung leads outright here in the Avon Tyres Super Twins ahead of John Simpson, who's keeping him honest. Here's a move though for the Stock Twins further back, and it's between the two championship contenders and they're not giving an inch here. Greg Madero has the inside line as they're about to make their way into the gooseneck. That will be close. We've got the two battles going on for the two separate classes right in front of us. This between McClung, number 49, and 71 John Simpson as they come up on some traffic already. In the background there, Johnny Towers looks safe for 16 points. And then in the Stock Twins, it's between, looks to be anyway, between both Greg Madero and Aaron Bradley, number 111. Through Hall Bends we go. They've managed to get past one of the back markers here in this first race in Thundersport Elite. Further back there, Rob Pragnell just being lapped by Keelan Irwin. It gets ever so tight through Hall Bends, and a number of riders just trying to make their way through. Onto the start-finish straight we go then. You can see there the pit board on the left of Keelan Irwin. He'll be coming around in a moment, but across the line it's still McClung with this advantage from John Simpson. There is Keelan Irwin. Then it's Dan Taylor, and in the background you can see that battle continuing between the two Stock Twin riders, Aaron Bradley and Greg Madero. Bradley at the moment has the advantage. Here we are then, still with these guys up through Park Corner and around Chris Curve, then slightly downhill into the gooseneck, and then downhill, good overtaking opportunity this into Mansfield. Tight left-hand first or second gear corner. Oh, McClung well wide on the exit and very, very lucky there to stay on board the machine. Inevitably losing out on first place, but just lucky to stay in the race. As we see further back there, number 68, Gary Rodwell again. Paul McClung there. My word, you do not want to be doing that. As you can just see, they're getting lots of air over the top of the mountain and now through Hall Bends again. So Simpson has got a chance here to break away out front. Now he's got past. Can he build a gap here in this first race? There'll be 6 races in today's show for you. Around Barn Corner and now across the line to see the last lap flag. John Simpson it is with the advantage. Paul McClung in his slipstream as they head down the start-finish straight and now into Coppice Corner, and that was late and brilliantly done there from Paul McClung as he takes the lead. You can scrub off so much speed uphill there into the left-hander at Coppice. Has John Simpson got an answer? Further back, Greg Madero is leading the Stock Twins, and there was no sign across the line of Aaron Bradley, number 111. And so that's quite big for the championship in the HMT Racing Stock Twins as well. But we'll focus for now on who's going to win this race. It's number 49, Paul McClung. This is where he ran wide last time and he almost did the same thing. There's a bit of traffic coming up here. John Simpson is following. Oh, that was neatly done there by Paul McClung, and John Simpson here will have, I don't think he's going to make it. McClung has really done very well through traffic here as they go up and over the mountain. It would take a big mistake from McClung here to allow John Simpson through. So that brilliant move into turn 1 has probably given McClung the win, although we shouldn't speak too soon at a circuit like Cadwell Park. And again, he nips underneath a bit of traffic into the hairpin, and that will be that. Around Barn Corner, wide on the power downhill, and the checkered flag awaits. Race 1 here in the Avon Tyres Super Twins goes to Paul McClung ahead of John Simpson. Good race that. John Simpson absolutely, well, he looks pretty annoyed with himself, doesn't he, there in second place. Johnny Towers, championship leader, finishes in third place. Jonathan Perry was fourth. Keelan Irwin takes fifth on the Aprilia, and Dan Taylor was in sixth. There's the top 3 then, McClung, Simpson and Towers.
Fantastic race. I mean, it was so close, wasn't it? Yeah, it was mega. To be honest, when he came past me on that second last lap there, I thought he had me because yesterday I had the pace. So I knew I just had to fight straight back, and we got it in the end. So chuffed a bit.
Oh, well done. Have you got some people to thank? Or?
Mostly just my mum and dad. They fund everything, doing everything for me. So without them, it wouldn't be possible. And also Sign Man and everyone that helps me. Thanks a lot.
Greg, that was a tough one there with Aaron. I mean, obviously. He went down. I think he went down anyway.
Yeah, I think he went down 2 laps towards the end. I kept putting the pressure on him the whole race. I think we pulled away from everyone else. I just kept trying to put the pressure on him. I think the lap before I overtook him, there was a bit of a ding-dong between both of us. And unfortunate for him, he's lost the front end going around the right-hander. So I just took it steady from there. I knew what he'd give me the championship lead now from that race. So just knew I had to go careful, keep it upright, get the points in the bag. So I'm happy with that.
Absolutely fantastic. Shout to anyone?
Yeah, big thank you to my stepdad Ray. He does all the work on my bike and he does a brilliant job of it, makes sure it's ready for every race. I couldn't wish for anything better. He's an amazing mechanic. He does everything. I just have to jump on the bike and ride it. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I know that much. So big thank you to my stepdad Ray.
Join us again here at Cadwell Park after the break. Welcome back to Cadwell, GP2, Supertwins, the AVON tyres back, Supertwins and Stocktwins are ready for race 2. And, well, the sun came out, so we've got a dry race again. This man won earlier, Paul McClung, number 49, just up ahead of John Simpson. There he is on the Trick Bits Suzuki. Johnny Towers it is that leads the championship, though. He won't mind too much what's happened in race 1. He's picking up some solid points here in the background. You just saw there, Keelan Irwin on the Scott Motorcycles. Aprilia there was Dan Taylor, last year's Stocktwins champion. Jonathan Perry in the top 5 earlier as well, number 24. So the main men are all there. In the background there, I noticed Peter Bardell is out, but he's out on his old Thundersport 500 there. So he's obviously bashed about that Suzuki 650, and he's got to do a bit of work there, hasn't he, on his 500 as they steam up towards Coppice Corner for the first time. Race 2 of 2 for these guys. Let's see who gets the advantage as they come into Park Corner. It will be, again, a really good start from Keelan Irwin, but he's just been overtaken into Park Corner by the Race 1 winner from earlier on, Paul McClung, number 49, out there on that Kawasaki. Paul from Haddington. Down the back there, Rob Pragnell, number 98, regular is Rob from Portsmouth on the Willow Construction machine. Number 133 is Ben Tolliday from Scarborough. They go around Mansfield Corner then and up towards the new chicane. Paul McClung it is with the advantage ahead of Keelan Irwin and John Thompson. Johnny Towers, the championship leader, number 17 is 4th. Then it's Perry and Taylor. Bit of a gap back then to Greg Madero. Madero, who took advantage of Aaron Bradley falling out of race 1. He leads the Stocktwins at the moment on circuit. This is the battle for the lead. John Simpson there in 3rd place, desperate to try and find a way past Keelan Irwin. He runs wide on the exit of the hairpin. There is Greg Madero up ahead of Ryan Redmond, and another rider going wide on the exit there was that was number 43, Alex Platt. There's Perry, there's Simpson. Perry just up ahead of Dan Taylor, last year's Stocktwins champion, trying to get himself involved with those front guys. 34. Further back is Ian McGann, 78, just going the long way round. Adam Goodyear on Matt Hanton into turn 1 at Coppice Corner. Oh dear, we've got a blowout here. A rider is out of the race, and that, with the pink wheels, is the championship leader from the Stocktwins, Aaron Bradley. And so having gone out of race 1, he's now out of race 2 as well, and that could be costly for the championship, as we saw a bit of jostling for position at the front there. Keelan Irwin trying everything just to hang on to his position. There is Kevin Pearce from Worthing. He's a rookie, you can see there from the orange best. This is quite close at the front. Paul McClung leads from Keelan Irwin. Then John Simpson with Johnny Towers in hot pursuit, and Jonathan Perry as well. The 5 riders very close together here as they exit the new chicane up towards the mountain. Paul McClung, well, he'll be glad he hasn't got rear view mirrors at the moment. They are all closing in, and in to join the party, if this lot could just beat themselves up a bit, is Dan Taylor. McClung leads, and there's a good bit of drive there from Simpson, who's now up into second place. Northern Irishman there on the Trick Bit Suzuki. He's got past the Scott Motorcycles Irishman, Keelan Irwin. Then it's Towers, Perry and Dan Taylor, who through Hall Bends does look as though he's closed in. There is Pete Bardell, who's having to do a lot of work out there on his Thundersport 500 at the moment. Across the start-finish line we go. John Simpson getting into the slipstream there of Paul McClung. Earlier on, of course, McClung won this race on the last lap by going up the inside into turn 1. Will John Simpson be able to return the favour? Number 68, Gary Rodwell, currently just in 10th place. McClung it is that still leads from Simpson and Towers. Keelan Irwin has just fallen away here. Where has Keelan Irwin just disappeared to? So the Irishman gone. It's 5 riders down to 4 now, so the Aprilia rider has gone completely missing there, unfortunately. Further back, 79 is Lee Sylvan from Bury St Edmunds on the That'll Do racing machine. That sounds more like a racehorse than a motorcycle. But here we go through the new chicane. It is Paul McClung that still has this advantage, but he has company. John Simpson in second, has a quick, cheeky look over his shoulder to see how close Johnny Towers is in third. Then Jonathan Perry over the mountain there. John Simpson definitely gets a lot more drive than Paul McClung, and it is working out for him. So Simpson on the attack mode. Simpson quick through Hall Bends and into the hairpin, but decides just to stay and follow the lines of the race leader. Further back there, Ryan Redmond, number 3, Alex Platt, and then just at the back of that group, number 195, Robert Cadiz. Be a nice part of the world to go to at the moment, wouldn't it? Across the line we go and into turn 1. Paul McClung still has the advantage from Simpson. And then in third, Towers. There's Greg Madero up ahead of Ryan Redmond, number 3. That's the battle for the Stocktwins. Alex Platt challenging Ryan Redmond up into Copper's Corner, but not working out. Madero here, another 25 points. He could end this weekend as the new championship leader in the Stocktwins. At the front of this one, realistically speaking, it looks as though Johnny Towers will leave with the championship lead come what may, but John Simpson could definitely eat into that and get himself back in business. Rob Bragnall there about to be lapped and was completely unaware there of Paul McClung coming underneath him, John Simpson going around the outside of him, and through the chicane we go once more. Now earlier on, Paul McClung made light work of the back markers, and it really did cost John Simpson, so Simpson's going to have to get some new tactics here for the end of this race. He got picked off into turn 1, and you wouldn't imagine he'd allow that to happen again. At the moment, of course, he's the man in second this time round, so it's up to him. Where is he quicker than McClung? He certainly looks quicker through Hall Bends and into the hairpin, but really tough to get past through there. As we see Robert Cadiz now, who's up into second place in the Stocktwins. He's got past Ryan Redmond. And there's a yellow flag, and that's Dan Taylor. Dan Taylor, it's rare to see him on the deck, unfortunately. He's gone out of the race. He was second overall in the Avon Tyre Supertwin points coming into this weekend. And what's happening there? Greg Madero has overtaken on a yellow flag. He's then allowed him back past, and then is going back past him again. So clever thinking that from Madero to save himself a penalty, although Robert Cadiz has ultimately closed up on that gap as well. Back to the front. It is between these two. Johnny Towers not able to hold on to the pace here at the front. Lap records coming into this weekend of 35.4. They are on the money here. They're not too far away. John Simpson just a few tenths away from that lap record. But can he get the race win? Down into Mansfield we go. McClung still has it from John Simpson. Up in towards the new chicane. Simpson thought he was going to have a bite at him then. So many corners here that open up and give you opportunities to overtake, but unless you can get them done early on into the corner, you can get yourself in some real trouble here with riders closing the door on your nose. Out of the mountain we go again, and look how much speed John Simpson is carrying here. Got more traffic up ahead as they go into the hairpin. They'll exit here, they'll then make their way through into Barn Corner, and McClung again doing well, both of them through on number 77, Robert Kirk. And here we go then, on to the start, finish straight, and they will start the last lap of the race. Can John Simpson find anything? Wow, McClung really did benefit there on the final few corners going past that tail ender. There's the battle for the Stocktwins. Greg Badero still has it from Cadiz. Then it's Redman and Platt who will fight it out for the remaining Stocktwins points. But it's between these two for the outright victory. There's one opportunity gone into Park Corner. Around Chris Curve, you won't get it done there unless you're absolutely crazy. Through the gooseneck maybe, or will it be into Mansfield Corner? He's close enough and he's got lots of drive here, John Simpson. And that's a good block pass. So he's got the advantage, and this will be difficult now for McClung to find a way back past him. He's going to try and get the good drive through the chicane. Will he have a look into the bottom of the mountain? And he almost runs out of room there. Paul McClung, they've got even more traffic up ahead as well. Will that cost John Simpson? He was so disappointed, wasn't he, not to take the win earlier on. But it seems like he's bounced back. Through Hall Bends we go. Will this traffic fall at the right time for the Northern Irishman? This is it. A couple of corners left, just one more. Into Barn Corner. They'll be right on top of these back markers as they exit here. The checker flag is waiting. Johnny Towers there in third, just ahead of Jonathan Perry. Good race that from Perry, but the checker flag goes out. Across the line we go, and it is John Simpson who this time comes out victorious and picks up 25 points for his championship. Paul McClung, the solid second. Johnny Towers, the series leader, finishes third. Jonathan Perry in a really good fourth. Greg Badero fifth and wins the Stocktwins, and sixth for Robert Cadiz. Third for Johnny Towers then, second for Paul McClung. Your race winner is John Simpson. We'll get a word with him in just a moment. Towers leads the championship still, heading into the next round at Alton Park, but John Simpson has climbed up to second overall. Good work from the Northern Irishman. Dan Taylor's third, Keelan Irwin in fourth. In the Stocktwins, Greg Badero has taken control of the championship ahead of Aaron Bradley, who's had a bad day here at Cadwell Park.
John, great win, but tough.
Yeah, I had to work hard for it. I really didn't think it was going to get him, you know, and on the last lap, he made a bit of a job for himself, you know, round the gooseneck, and I got to drive down on him down the hill and managed to outbrake him. So, hard work, hard work, but it all paid off in the end.
Excellent job. And anybody to shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Paul Jenks from Trick Bits, Brian Node from Horton Car Care, Paul from Race Lab, and of course my dad McGran, AVON Electrics in Ballymena as well. That's about all I can think of for now, but hopefully we'll be back in the top step soon.
Greg Badero's rushing back to Park for round 4. Proper burnouts here and a good send-off. We will see you for round 5 next time at Alton Park.